Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the sexy ninja, and the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. And you know what you're listening to. It's the New World Podcast, brother. And we're going to talk about Dynamite, June 21st, 2023. Excalibur, Tony, Taz on commentary. We're in Chicago. Forbidden Doors this Sunday, and this show did not disappoint. It was on point, building up. I'm looking at the Forbidden Door card. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I can't wait to do my picks and predictions because this is going to be a good one. But let's start it off with the Hardys versus the Guns. The Guns for the win because Juice and Jay come out. I'm just waiting for them to officially say they are part of the Bullet Club Gold. You know, I'm waiting for that because they got a match coming up on a Collision this Saturday, a big match. But they come out, they start beating down the Hardys, and then Ricky Starks comes out, and it's like, oh, crap. And then FTR comes out, and they're like, oh, crap. And that crowd, CM Punk. Then CM Punk comes out. I was like, oh, shit, man. Like, okay. And I first thought, I was like, man, you weren't even supposed to be on the show. I thought Collision was your show. Then he cuts a promo right after. He says, I'm a Collision guy. I'm not even supposed to be here. He knows, man. He knows. And, like, the Hardys versus the Guns was a great match. I was expecting Jeff to botch in a certain way. I know I shouldn't say that out loud or be mean in that aspect, but I was expecting something. But they delivered. The Guns, they're looking great. We got a big match on Collision. It's going to be CMFTR with Ricky Starks versus Bullet Club Gold and the Guns. That's a big match for Collision right there. We got CM Punk in action again, and he's in action at Forbidden Door because we're starting the Owen Hart Cup tournament, you know, the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. I was like, what? He's going to be on the pay-per-view too? Oh, okay, shit. CM Punk. He's back in a big, big way. Next up was the concession stand brawl. Mark Briscoe versus Jeff Jarrett. They start at a concession stand. This whole time I'm laughing because this was a really fun, stupid match. You got Mark throwing hot dogs in Jeff's face. You got Karen coming out and putting hot sauce in Mark Briscoe's eyes. There's a spot where Jeff Jarrett has just a thing of paper plates and he smacks it across Mark Briscoe's head. And, you know, the great table spot because Sanjay helps. And they finally get to the ring. There's, you know, and it's ketchup and mustard all over the place. We finally get to the ring, and then you got Jay Lethal, and then Papa Briscoe's there. Papa Briscoe's laying boots to asses, ladies and gentlemen. He's laying boots to asses, and he gets beat down because Singh comes out, but no Aubrey. I think that was the only thing I was like, wait, where's Aubrey in all this? Because she has beef with these guys too. But overall, Mark Briscoe for the win, celebration and all that, man. Like I said, this because not only did we have Papa Briscoe, but the best friends come out. Christopher Daniels comes out. The Lucha Bros come out. And it was just all for the save to help Mark Briscoe defeat Jeff Jarrett and his band of thugs and misfits. It was just so much, man. But I will never unsee Mark Briscoe throwing hot dogs at Jeff Jarrett's face. And I will never scrub the fact of seeing Jeff Jarrett use a stack of paper plates to take out Mark. Like, this was stupidly fun. Next match on the card, Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Suzuki versus Action Andretti, AR Fox, and Darius Martin. I knew this was going to be a banger. I knew this was going to be a banger, man. But Jericho, Sammy, Suzuki for the win. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for Forbidden Door because we're getting hints at what's going to happen. And, you know, and Sting calls out, Jericho calls out Sting, and he said, you just go where the highest bidding is. You're a whore. He called Sting a whore. Then Sting and Darby come out. They're not going to reveal their partner, but they're going to face... but Chris Jericho has laid out a challenge for Chris Jericho, Suzuki, and Sammy Guevara versus Sting, Darby Allin, and question mark, we will not know until Collision. And Sting comes out and he accepts. He says he wants to spend some time with the old Chrissy boy. We got a backstage with the Blackpool Combat Club with Takeshita and Don with them. Are they part of this? I don't know, not really. Because even though they got a big match they announced for Forbidden Door, they still market it as Blackpool Combat Club with Takeshita, for Forbidden Door, so it's still there. But looking at that image of all of them, like Mox, Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, Bryan Danielson, Takeshita, and Don, just all of them standing there, I'm like, now that's a faction. Like, if that's anything, that's a scary thing to see. Like, it definitely was like, Renee was in the ring for a little bit, but it doesn't matter. We have this blind eliminator tag team tournament or whatever thing, Tony's idea, but we have Tony Schiavone and RJ backstage. They're rolling some balls together. Tony picks 2 balls and he's like, oh, I don't know about this, but we'll find out later. The Elite speak, and Eddie Kingston interrupts them. And he says, I don't respect you guys, but there's somebody that I want. I'm going to pick the next partner in our big 5-on-5 tag team match for Forbidden Door, but I barely trust him, but I trust him more than you. And I was like, oh, Eddie. Adam Cole speaks, calls out MJF. Oh, my gosh, a little bit of back and forth. Not as good as their first interaction, but, man, they had one hell of a match last week. One of my favorite finishes to a story. We're going to definitely see these two tied up again, but we don't know when. But during this, Tony interrupts, and both of them at the same time, shut up, Schiavone. But Tony's like, hey, just to let you know, because MJF denied Adam Cole's rematch. He says, no, you're not going to get it. And then after that, Tony tells him, like, hey, we have this blind eliminator tag team thing going. Just to let you know, you and Adam Cole are going to be partners in the tag team. And I was like, oh, shit, adding more to the drama. And then Tony's like, your big match coming up with Hiroshi Tanahashi at Forbidden Door. And MJF was like, how many times do I have to tell you guys I'm not doing the match? Then Adam Cole steps in. He's like, hey, are you scared? Are you a coward? And all this, that playing MJF. And MJF says, no. And he says, Tanahashi, I will see you at Forbidden Door. And Adam Cole goes, oh, okay, good. Good luck, partner. I was like, oh, that was fun. Next match, Orange Cassidy and Katsuyori Shibata versus Zack Saber Jr. and Daniel Garcia. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo. Damn. What a match. But Orange Cassidy hit Shibata in the face with the orange punch by accident. And Zack Saber Jr. and Daniel Garcia for the win. But out of this match, we got, for the AEW International Championship, we have Orange Cassidy versus Daniel Garcia versus Zack Saber Jr. versus Katsuyori Shibata. I'm like, oh my God. Like, the whole time during the show, I'm like, oh, WrestleGasm. What's going on with my soul? And then I was like, okay. Then Will Ospreay is backstage interview. I was like, Will's here. Then Don Callis interrupts and tells him, like, hey, I got a personal security that you can use for Forbidden Door. And Will's like, what do you get out of it? He goes, just a win for you to beat Kenny Omega, because we do have Kenny Omega for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship at Forbidden Door. And I will say this before we continue on. If a lot of you are new to the show and you're like, man, this guy's an AEW dick rider. I never used to be. When I started this 4th season, this incarnation of the New World podcast, I was very down about AEW and stuff like that. And I remember when they announced the first Forbidden Door, and I was like, that name's so stupid. I still think the name's a little silly, but, as in professional wrestling, all things are silly. You know, there's a lot of silly things and a lot of awesome things, and that's just the world of professional wrestling, man. I just saw a concession stand brawl. Well, you know, and this one hasn't happened. There's been a long time since the last one, you know. So it was just like, you know, I finally put my feelings aside in the sense of like, I just want to just enjoy professional wrestling at this point. And so when nWp, this incarnation, season 4 or whatever started, I really want to be like, you know, I want to focus on the wrestling. I want to focus on what I love. And ever since I've been watching AEW, then picked up Rampage and all that, now we got Collision, I am just so invested into this product, man. And I'm just like, I'm like, bring it on. Anything and everything. And I'm already making plans for Forbidden Door. I can't wait to do my picks and predictions for y'all. You know, but because that's a whole nother podcast, and that's a stacked card that I'm looking at right now. But I just want to put that out there because somebody called me out on it. They're like, hey, man, I used to listen to your older stuff and you hated AEW. And it's like, yeah. Things change. People's opinions change. We move on. That's called life. And I'm just enjoying myself to the fullest, and I'm having the most fun I've had in a long time, especially covering these shows as we're going along. We're over 200 episodes deep in this season 4. That's fucking crazy. You know, and we ain't stopping anytime soon, baby. We ain't stopping anytime soon. But there we go. Side note, bam, back to the show. We have a Toni Storm and Willow Nightingale package, and they will face each other at Forbidden Door. Oh, my God, for the AEW Women's World Championship. And I was like, Willow! My girl Willow's going to take on Toni Storm. Dreams come true, folks. I was like, I was doing that little clap, and I was dancing, you know. I was like, oh, shit, man. Every fucking match they kept announcing, I was like, God damn it. Oh, shit. Overload of awesomeness, man. Then we had a TBS Championship match, Chris Statlander versus Taya Valkyrie. God damn, this was a good match, man. These two went to war. Chris for the win, but damn, I'm talking about hard shots. No gives, no fucks. These two gave it to each other, and I definitely want to rewatch this match, man. And at this point, I'm just like, oh, there's nothing more they can do to, you know, get me going, because this is the last match of the night. We had an Eddie Kingston promo. You know, he's talking about Tomohiro going to be their partner at Forbidden Door. Brings him out. Then he comes out. Because Mox comes out first and gets in Eddie's face, and he was very personal. Eddie was calling out Claudio earlier, so we're going to see probably a rematch for that Ring of Honor World Championship. Then the Blackpool Combat Club comes out and they attack, you know. And while all this is going on, fights going on, Bryan Danielson picks up the mic. He calls out Okada. And all of a sudden Okada comes out and was like, holy shit. And they get in each other's face, and I swear I got goosebumps from all the way to my tippy toes, ladies and gentlemen. I was like, oh, it's happening, and it's this Sunday. I can't wait, man. And they got Yuta hit Okada. Okada went down for a bit, but he put the Rainmaker on Yuta. You know what I mean? He put the Rainmaker on Yuta, and it was beautiful. And him and Bryan Danielson just had a stare down. And this Sunday, it all comes to head. I'm not even done here. Look, they even announced the Owen Hart Foundation tournament brackets for the men's. The first match is going to be this Sunday at Forbidden Door. CM Punk, Kojima are going to be in this tournament. And then June 29th on the next Collision, June 29th, Roderick Strong, Samoa Joe, Dustin Rhodes, Powerhouse Hobbs, Juice Robinson, Ricky Starks. That's a stacked bracket, man, if you tell me. And that's just the men's. Now we go over to the women's, you know, and next week on Dynamite, we got Britt Baker, Ruby Soho, and then this Rampage, we got Anna Jay versus Sky Blue, and then set for this Saturday, this Collision, Nyla Rose versus Willow Nightingale, and at Forbidden Door, Athena versus Billy Starks. I'm like, fuck. God damn, this thing's just growing and growing. 10 huge matches for this pay-per-view, and I'm just like, oh, you know. And on top of that, we got CMFTR, Starks versus Blackpool. I keep doing that because it got the BCC bill. Bullet Club Gold with the guns. Then you got Swerve versus Tanahashi. Then we got Christian Cage. He's going to be there, speak on Collision. We got Brody King versus Andrade. We got the big reveal for Sting and Darby's partner. That's going to be revealed. And then on Rampage, we got Chaos versus United Empire with Swerve. MJF is making his debut on Rampage. So is Adam Cole going to be there. The Acclaim's going to be there. We have Jungle Boy in action with Doki, and I was like, oh my God! As I'm writing, my hands cramping because I'm like, there's so much in this show. Whew. I give this show a 5 out of 5, man. I'm hook, line, and sinker, and you talk about a go home show. Is this thing on? Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Oh my gosh! So in the middle of all that, as I'm closing out the podcast, the recorder went off, and I went on a little bit longer, and I was like, blah, 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 and then I was like, blah, 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 like and subscribe, blah, and added some more cherries to the top of the New World podcast, and then I looked down, and I'm like, why is the red light not on? Oh, that's great. That is fantastic. So I was like, well, you know what? I'll just re-record an outro for the show and everything, and yeah, so the show kind of just stops right there. But I got to say, Dynamite was great. I had a good time. Forbidden Doors right around the corners this Sunday. I got mine purchased on Bleacher Report. It's going to be a good time. And I'm trying to think of the snackages, the food. You know what? I've never done this before, but let's try this. Drop those comments below. What do you do for a pay-per-view? Huh? What do you do? It doesn't have to be professional wrestling. It could be boxing, UFC, or, whatever pay-per-views that you like to watch. What is your choice of snacks? Mine, for this upcoming pay-per-view, I already got a menu a little bit. I got, of course, the chips. I got to have my chips. I got to have some fried chicken wings, because I like me some fried chicken wings with that buffalo sauce and some barbecue. And I have a potato salad recipe that I've been wanting to try out, because I love me some potato salad, bruh. You know what I'm saying, baby? I like the potato salad go in the mouth. And so tell me what your snackage for a pay-per-view is. And then drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Share it with your grandma, share it with your grandpa. Share it with the bum down at Walmart. And if you're hearing all types of noise right now, I'm on the road up to the day job. And like I said, I just wanted to finish off this episode to give you a nice send-off. Hopefully you enjoyed Dynamite. Tell me what you thought. I gave a 5 out of 5 because it's just packed full of greatness and full of awesomeness. A bunch of great matches, and go check it out. Then after that, go to New World. No, God, see, I'm already messing up. This is don't podcast and drive, folks. It's sort of dangerous. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com. Get yourself that sweet nWp logo shirt. Design created by Penta X himself. It's a great logo for the New World podcast. It shows it's a homage to the New World Order and everything like that. And I just want to keep bringing these podcasts as best as I can. I know I'm ranting at this moment just because I've never had to do this, and especially when I'm driving. Well, we did podcasts. Never mind. All right, y'all. And remember, the New World podcast is for life.
Only one thing. It's the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada.
Oh, brother, look at this face-off here.